Welcome to this review of classroom management policies. This video provides an overview of the policies that govern your classroom, drawn directly from the Professional Certificates Catalog and the Student Handbook. Two key documents govern our programs. The catalog defines what a program promises, such as learning outcomes and CEUs. The handbook governs how the term is run. When both address the same topic, the handbook holds the current rule. Authority follows a clear hierarchy. Federal and university regulations sit at the top. Every document below, including your syllabus, must align with these. You hold discretion only in the space left open by these higher policies. Your classroom is governed by three layers: the catalog, the handbook, and your syllabus. While the first two are fixed or set by the school, your syllabus is where your judgment applies. Note that unawareness of these policies is not an excuse for students or instructors. Why does knowing these documents matter? They allow you to set clear, defensible expectations, protect the integrity of your credential, and ensure fairness. They also provide the framework to respond correctly to complaints, integrity issues, or emergencies. We offer 4 learning modalities: SDL+, on-campus, live online, and online asynchronous. Each modality is designed with small cohorts to ensure quality and networking, so please avoid altering these structures on your own. Regardless of the modality, shared expectations include keeping cameras on, providing a 24-hour absence notice, and taking responsibility for technology. Crucially, your policies on late work and makeup must be set in writing in your syllabus before the first week. The policy framework covers student wellness and privacy. Offices like the Academic Resource Center and the Registrar administer these specific regulations. Your role is to identify these needs and refer students to the appropriate office immediately. Academic substance is measured in contact hours and CEUs. Because these are catalog defined, you cannot change learning outcomes or CEU totals. Your assessments must be aligned to deliver the outcomes specified in the official course catalog. Attendance and participation are essential for progress. Students are required to be present, engage, check communications daily, and act with integrity. Failure to meet these requirements can prevent a student from continuing in the program. We use 2 grading rubrics. The primary one is the attendance grading rubric, which focuses on completion. A smaller subset of courses uses the standard grading rubric, where a C or better is required to pass. When assigning an attendance grade, be precise. SC is for successful completion. A T is for students who started but didn't finish. RE is for those who never attended. Incomplete and transfer codes have specific administrative requirements. The SC grade requires 3 criteria: full attendance and participation, completion of all coursework, and meeting every learning objective. If a student misses even one of these, you must assign an AT grade, unless an incomplete was formally arranged. The AT grade is frequently misused. Remember, AT is for students who began the course but did not finish. It is not an incomplete, and it is not a withdrawal. Use it only when the student failed to meet completion criteria without an approved arrangement. Finally, the RE grade applies strictly to students who were registered but never engaged or attended at all. Always confirm the student did not officially withdraw before assigning this code, as a non-passing grade can halt a student's entire program. The incomplete grade is the only attendance grade with a strictly defined process. It is reserved for qualifying circumstances like illness or emergency, and requires formal documentation and multiple levels of approval. Accommodations follow a rigorous path. Students must contact the Academic Resource Center for evaluation. You should not design or approve accommodations yourself. If you receive an official approval letter, apply the specified adjustments and maintain confidentiality. Student complaints should generally be resolved informally at the instructor level first. If that fails, there is a formal process involving a written submission to the executive director. Note that bias and discrimination complaints are handled separately by the Office of Equal Opportunity Compliance. Academic integrity is fundamental. Students are bound by the honor code regardless of signing the pledge. Unauthorized AI use triggers a specific process. Request a resubmission, and if unresolved, escalate to the Executive Director and the AICS Faculty Committee. Operations policies maintain continuity. In the event of inclement weather, follow the Provost's official operating status. Remember that Georgetown email is the only official communication channel, and student access to their account and materials expires 90 days after their final class. Canvas is your primary hub for course materials and grade recording. Since courses are archived 90 days after the term ends, remind your students to download important work before the window closes. The integrity process also requires documentation in the Canvas gradebook. All course materials are the intellectual property of Georgetown University. You, as the instructor, should clarify questions about your created materials with the program. Students are strictly prohibited from redistributing course content, recordings, or slides without permission. Recording policy defaults to no. Unauthorized recording of classroom instruction or meetings is prohibited. Exceptions only exist for approved disability accommodations, when all participants explicitly consent, or during public events where there is no reasonable expectation of privacy. Emergency preparation is vital. Whether dealing with a medical event or a security threat, know the evacuation plans and save critical phone numbers for campus police and the 111 front desk in your phone today. Preparation is your best management tool. In summary, know which documents govern your course, state your discretion clearly in your syllabus, refer students to the appropriate offices for specific issues, and prepare for emergencies. If you have any questions, reach out to your program team for guidance.